this iPad fails, I'm in serious trouble. No. I'd like to start off by making you very welcome aboard this Irish flight from the Grand Hyatt all the way to Delaney's tonight. Expected flight time from around about 7 hours. The weather en route is expected to be quite nice. A little bit of turbulence later on when the Irish men try to dance. And we're expecting some, I would say, moderate to severe turbulence when Ireland take on Scotland. In charge of the cabin this evening, we have the absolutely beautiful Ian Candy. Ian will be making some brief announcements throughout the evening. It is for your own safety, so we'd like you to pay particular attention if you wouldn't mind. In case of an emergency, we have a bottle of whiskey on everyone's table. Just remains for me to say thank you so much for choosing to fly with the Irish on the St. Patrick's Society. Fano, how's that? Is that alright? Ambassador O'Callaghan, Ambassador Shincha Naharan, on Tusul, Harry O'Neill, Consul Ugnuk Naharan in Hong Kong, Bugdron August Canary, or Commandar Tool on Neve Georgia, on Neve Andrew August Neve Davi, Bugdron on ICC on Tusul Conor O'Mara, Bela Chaman Neve Podrick, and Neve Speshilta August Carden Naharan. Ambassador Kelleher, the Irish Ambassador to the People's Republic of China, Mr. Harry O'Neill, the Honorary Consul of Ireland, Hong Kong, Presidents and Chieftain of our fraternal societies, the St. George, the St. Andrews, and the St. David's, President of the ICC, Mr. Conor O'Mara, members of the St. Patrick's Society, invited guests, and friends of Ireland. It's a very short speech, you'll be delighted to hear. I need to make one or two quick changes. Anybody have a loan of a pen? There's got to be 350 pens out there. No?
351.
One cross pen. Actually, I was only told on Wednesday by Noel that there were limitations to this speech that I didn't know. He only told me Wednesday. I didn't know anything about it. He said, I can't make it a thank you speech. Okay? I can't sing. That's fair enough, actually. I can use no foul language. So I tell you, my hands are completely tied. I'm an Irishman, standing in front of 350 guests. I can't sing, I can't say thanks, and I can't curse. I've nowhere to go. But I would like to say, does anybody think the uniform still fits? It's been 10 years. I did get the trousers out a little bit, I have to confess.
Show off.
It is a great honour, indeed it is a privilege for me to stand before you tonight as President of the St. Patrick's Society of Hong Kong.
Well done, my son.
Right now I would of course much prefer to be sitting down there among all of you, enjoying a pint, but this won't take too long. I'll be down in a minute. There's a good bit of Guinness to get through. I'd like to point out the main reason that the President of the Society makes a few words is primarily to toast St. Patrick, so I'm looking forward to that. And unfortunately, I need to thank so many people who made tonight happen. So I know Noel already, I'm after breaking one of your cardinal rules, where is he? But if it's any consolation, I won't be thanking you at all. So, the original transcript then of this speech went along the lines of, thanks a million, look, you know who you are, and here's St. Patrick. But the lad said, no, forget about it, you've got to do more than that. Has anybody timing this?
Yeah. 408 is left. 408. It's gone on YouTube.
I don't know if that's called YouTube, that's all I need. Well, in fact, everybody told me that the hardest part about making an address or a speech at the ball was just starting. They said, you know, once you start, it just flows, there's no problem.
Fucking holler.
It hasn't happened yet, right? I'm waiting for that to kick in, so I get this, to get something going. But anyway, no, for me, I have to say, honestly, this is true. The hardest part of this speech in preparation for tonight was trying to stay sober until 10:30. And it's just that it's 10:30 now, because with all this free-flowing alcohol and a room full of Irishmen, so it's not easy, right? But I would like to point out, tonight is part of an amazing week of celebrations in Hong Kong and of course in China. It would be a shame if I didn't mention the first thing that happened, which was the Celtic Connections concert on the 3rd of Beijing. Big round of applause for this. That was amazing. A great achievement. I'm told reliably that you went down an absolute treat with the crowd up there. So well done. That's fantastic. We're very, very proud of you. We had Owen Colfer, he wrote Artemis Fowl. Anybody with young kids know all about him. He's been in, a nice Dublin boy. He's been in the schools. We have the ball tonight, of course. But it all culminates for me. This iPad is great. It really is. It all culminates for me. I actually wanted it here. It culminates on the 17th at a celebration, a memorial service at the Cenotaph in Central, which will be followed by some lunch, a bit of crack and some Irish music. Delaney's have very kindly given us the upstairs private room, so Noel, thanks a million for that, on the 17th. I'm a great supporter. But even tonight, many, many people have asked me why we didn't have the ball on the 17th. Well, unfortunately, my wife, Fiona, had an urgent hair and nail appointment on the 17th. There's just no way that was going to clash. Now, anybody who thinks it's not easy being a full-time tie-tie in Hong Kong, I can tell you, it's not easy.
Whoa, you're dead!
Actually, has anybody got a spare room tonight? I think and I'm in my uniform.
For how long?
Yes, I'll leave it on. No, that's a fantastic question. This year, as we all know, St. Patrick's Day falls on a Saturday, and traditionally the society likes to lay a wreath in the shape of a harp at the Cenotaph. It's a beautiful, short, it's quite a moving ceremony, and it's done to commemorate all the Irish men and women who've died in conflict. So that's why we have it at the Cenotaph. And at the planning stages, as a committee, we felt it would be wholly inappropriate to detract from that ceremony or to take anything from that ceremony by having the ball on the same night. It's for the simple reason that most of the committee have been down here all day, since about 11 o'clock this morning, to set up everything you see today. So logistically, it just couldn't be done. In fact, some of the guys came down, actually they were testing the Guinness earlier on. It's good. They were,
One left.
But I would like to say, if you're in town next Saturday, please feel invited to come along. There's a mass at 10 o'clock in St. Joseph's Cathedral, followed by some Irish coffee. But the ceremony itself at the Cenotaph takes place at 12 midday. It would be a great occasion, especially if you have any children, to come down and see the national colours flying in Central, alongside the flags of the People's Republic of China and of course the Hong Kong SAR flag.